Everybody, pay attention to those sponsors on the screen. Pay attention to those sponsors on the screen, man. Some pretty good sponsors right there, man. Yes, sir. See it, man. Somebody tapping in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you'd like. No pressure. Know how some of you get. Don't like to be told what to do. Don't hit the like. Jump off a bridge instead. It's all right. I won't be mad at you. We will miss you though, so don't jump off the bridge. Let's get some love to our boy. Where you at? Ken Flores. Ken Flores. Rest easy, my dog. Rest easy, man. I think it's game time. Let's get into this Tuesday evening. Let's go. Yes, sir. Here we go. Got a good conversation coming up. Good content. Once again, don't hit that like. Turn all these mics on, man. Let's go.
Nobody has to like anything. They want to.
Yes, sir. Julio, you got that right. Lux over there popping candy in his mouth. Yeah. It's either that or I hit the vape, man. Got to deal with the candy, dog. That vape is killing me, man.
You know, that's why I eat it mainly.
You eat? What do you eat?
Edibles.
Oh, edibles.
Instead of, I smoked so many years.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel it.
The vape makes me feel worse. Makes me feel way worse than
actually
cigarettes.
Fucking crazy how nasty that shit is. Like the way that I would suck on that, trying to like hit it like a fucking crack fiend. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then it feels like this burning needles. Do you ever feel that when you hit a vape? Where you hit it real hard and it's like, and you just choke on some chemical. Do you remember that movie? With Christian Bale.
I love Christian Bale.
It's like old Equilibrium. It was like around the Matrix, and they were vaping in the film, and this was like kind of around the late 90s, early 2000s.
Was it before the vapes came out?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Right.
It was probably like a prototype or something like that. They're like, hey, throw
Isn't
in the
everything?
movie. Yeah, maybe. Are you a prototype?
Aren't we all? of some form.
Are we in a simulation right now?
We love that because we're experiencing that. We're all in our phones. We're all in the screens. So we're putting the fucking... My kid's 13, my son. He's got those fucking goggles. When we were young, we were not sitting in front of the TV this close.
Yeah.
And now that's what we're doing, and it's progressively more invasive, and we're separating from life. And so it's
the detachment.
It's feeling like a fucking simulation for sure. Like, actually, are you know, is that the reference from the Joe Rogan Elon Musk interview, or just in general? I feel like it's floating around, but when he said that on that podcast, I felt like we all felt it. What
did he say?
We're all in a simulation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know everybody hates Elon Musk now and whatever, but I
love Elon Musk.
I love characters. I love strong characters. I love polarizing characters.
Yeah.
I think that's how you make your mark here and really express who you are.
Yeah, I like that.
You do that all day.
With me polarizing?
Yeah.
I guess I when as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I think she likes me, because I think I would in a nice way.
I mean, we're here together.
Exactly.
And so that's saying something, and it's been years.
Years we've been talking about this interview.
Yeah, I told Casey the story of how we met.
How did we meet? Tell these guys the story.
Do you remember at all?
Yeah, it was at the Cat Von D, right? In Prayers.
Yeah. It was Rafa's birthday party.
Yeah.
A dinner.
Dinner, yeah.
An amazing dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Cat, you threw the best party. She's the fucking best. Like the two of them, their love, I love it. But anyhow, so I ran into you there. That was 2021 because that was when shit was coming back open, right?
Okay.
Right?
I think so. I know I was in the back alley talking to Conejo because it was the back of the restaurant.
That's right.
And you can't. And you.
That's right.
And you were talking to Conejo because you know somebody that Conejo knows, his brother or something like that.
Yeah. No. I feel like I'm airing some shit out, but it's like my sister was riding his younger brother in prison.
Your sister?
My sister.
Okay.
My younger sister. Yeah. And I had seen his brother, and so like I had seen it online, and then I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. What the fuck is this? You know, so human, all of it. But yeah, that was an interesting moment because I mean I was a bit intimidated to approach you guys, but I also was like,
you're fearless.
I think there's that part of me that's like I do want to connect with people on some real shit, you know, if there is a something there. And in that moment, I was just like, his brother went through so fucking much.
Yeah.
And his story's crazy. And I'm not going to tell that shit because it's not mine to tell. But, you know, even probably have said too much right now. But I just giving context of why I felt so compelled to approach you guys. And then, yeah.
One thing led to another.
We followed each other on Instagram. I watched you and I was fucking cracking up. But, like, I was going through my ups and downs during those years up until literally fucking right now. Like this moment, like the last 4 months of my life, I've just experienced this kind of interesting shift, but it's like been a flow. And when we were talking about, you know, previously doing this, maybe that was 2022. And yeah, it was 2022, 3, 4. Just a lot of ugly shit, you know. I'd have these moments where I'd be like, "Oh man, I rode like a good one," but overall, the consistency wasn't there, and it's like, kind of hit this little vein right now that, for me, as somebody who really struggled with work, career, a direction in my life, to be where I'm at in this moment, just kind of all across the board because of the nature of what I do and like all of these elements involved. It's like I've been able to go through this kind of like really immersive school in like radical sex, intimacy, looking at it through the lens of my own shortcomings, you know, as somebody who is a single mom. And you know, when I came here, I was like, I wanted to set an intention of having a productive conversation with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I might fucking cry.
It's okay. It's emotional. Life is emotional sometimes.
Yeah.
The shift and the assimilation is emotional sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
It's all good. You're good.
Yeah.
Want somebody to drink? I mean, we got water. We got tissue too.
Thank you. Sorry, yeah. I'm over here like being a soft ass bitch right now when I act hard.
That's all good. Casey does the same thing.
So fucking mean. Anyhow, I guess I would start from the back where we're talking about how we got here, and then that being special that we're here today.
Well, it took a lot for you to get you here.
Yeah.
It took a lot to get you here, and we talked about
my
it.
My little ass ears. Sorry, I knew this.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, it really did in so many ways.
We talked about it so many times through the DM, like, are you ready? And we actually locked in maybe 1 date, 2 dates, and then it just like, it didn't work out.
I told him I was just like, I was falling apart, and I was like, I don't feel like I have fucking shit to say or offer because I'm struggling. What the fuck? What am I going to do here? And it had been already like, by that point, years of me doing this shit, you know?
Doing what shit? People are saying what shit?
Oh yeah. So my name is Aeon Magdalaeon. Thank you for having me. I'm gonna use language here that's friendly and be thoughtful about that.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll be respectful about it too.
Thanks. Appreciate that. So I like to say companion.
You're a companion.
I'm a companion, but I started out as a stripper in 2014, and then I progressed from there to massage work, full body sensual massage work. Yes, there's a happy ending. Oh my God. I was like, I'm going to be good about my terms, but then I'm just going to say them.
Everybody loves to hear the word happy endings.
But I'm not going to lie. That was like at once a natural progression, but also I was like kind of surprised with myself and also facing a lot of stuff in choosing to do this. Having some sort of inclination that I'm like, okay, I'm going down this path for a purpose, and I'm trying to figure out what that is along the way, going through all of the like mental, physical, emotional, financial, all of the things. But it really like it built so much of my understanding of just like the world that we're living in and why people are fucking losing their shit left and right. And I get a glimpse into that with people, and them telling me their deepest shit that they don't tell anybody. They don't tell their therapist. They don't tell their fucking wife or their spouse or whatever, of however many years. And it's like, well, fuck, what kind of life can you live when you're operating like that with the people that you're supposed to be the closest to?
Yeah. It fucks you up. It weighs on you, huh?
No, that's their shit. My shit weighs on me.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I mean, in the sense of just like, damn, like this world is really, really fucked up.
I don't know. Like I've gone through like, I think feeling like a fucking loser for a long time from like high school up until beyond having my child. It's like. I think just finding a way to make sense of your fucking trials and tribulations, challenges, whatever, like some people dealing with some crazy fucked up shit. It's like, acceptance of this world as it is from a place of understanding that it's like, everybody's literally in their own little universe. And the little universe that we have to deal with is our own, but we're doing it with each other.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did I go on look, the edible hit, so I'm doing my best to fucking wrap it all and make sense without going too crazy.
Why did you eat an edible before you come in on here?
I guess because I just eat edibles like constantly.
Okay. So it doesn't affect you as say the regular person. Like if I ate an edible, I'd be out my fucking mind. And
actually, like when I dose people, they are, yeah. And they ask for those dosages. I ask if it's okay. And
what dosage are we talking?
Like for me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at like a 35 milligram.
35 milligram dosage.
Which is sort of light. Some people are like, I eat 100. I can't.
Well, everybody's going to always, top another person's story or the quantity or the level, right?
Yeah.
And someone's always going to tell them.
Yeah.
Oh, you on level 5, I'm on level 10. You ain't shit, right? It's always like that.
Not trying to do all that. Don't care.
So I wanted to kind of like ask you some questions.
Go
and
ahead.
try to create some type of
a frame. Sure.
Yeah, frame. Were you raised in Eagle Rock?
Okay.
Where were you raised at?
So I was born in Long Beach. I moved from there when I was 8, and I was raised in North County, San Diego.
Okay.
In Rancho Bernardo.
Got you.
Yeah. Very suburban, kind of the weeds opening, like these master plan communities. Everything kind of looks very manicured and the same. So it was a very beautiful upbringing.
Yeah.
But
with moms and pops?
Yes. Yeah.
So what would mom do? What would pops do? What kind of influence do they have you in your life?
My mom's a nurse, and she's been so for 40 plus years.
Oh, thank you for her service.
Yeah, she's a baddie.
It's a huge service.
She's incredible at what she does.
Yes.
And then my dad is he's a therapist and a drummer. He's been drumming since he was 8 years old.
Dope.
Yeah. I was like a little church roadie.
Roadie? Okay.
When I was a kid, because he played in the church band, and we'd have to get up early as shit.
get the instruments there, right?
Just help him set up his kit. And I remember being so mad. He would have to bribe us with McDonald's because I never wanted to do it.
Yeah, who wants to get up early on there?
And go to church all fucking day.
Yeah, all fucking day. Yeah.
I was like, not me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah. I'm like, God's within you. Don't have to go anywhere.
Were you daddy's little girl? Pride and joy type of thing? You got siblings?
That's an interesting, I guess, way to put it.
2 questions in one. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I have siblings. I have a blended family.
Blended as in different races?
Blended as in children from previous relationships.
Okay. I've never heard the term blended, but I like it.
Okay, yeah. Maybe that's some...
No, I like it, blended.
Okay, yeah, like everybody's in together, but...
I like to call them step kids or stepchilds.
Yeah.
Just to kind of let them know that, No, I'm just.
I was like, well, we're sharing a parent, one or the other.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For the good and the bad of it.
Yeah, so I mean, like my family's very conservative and religious, Christian, and so I had a certain kind of upbringing that, from what I currently do now, is
blasphemous. Was I not supposed to say that?
No, I just love that you said that.
Well, I was scared to say because I thought you were going to in the flames. Blasphemous! All of a sudden her hair catches fire. Casey, get the fire extinguisher!
Yeah, no, for real.
You're funny.
Blasphemous as fuck, actually.
Blasphemous as fuck. You gotta make a shirt that says that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Blasphemous as fuck.
Can you do that? Yeah.
I would, but
no. But so anyhow,
I'll put positive stuff out.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so you're kind of like you are kind of a story that we've heard before in the sense of the good girl goes. I don't know if you want to call it bad.
I was never a good girl. I think that's the part. I was like a very like a rough tomboy type of girl. I felt like I was the hot girl sidekick when I was young.
Okay.
A little awkward. I had like mad awkward phases growing up, and even into my adulthood, awkward phases.
Do you feel awkward right now?
I mean, there's that little part of me that definitely does.
It's part of your character, right?
It's
awkwardness.
That little goofy. I'm kind of goofy, but
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm goofy too.
Yeah.
But awkward is different though.
I guess.
Awkward is different than goofy.
Okay.
Awkward is sometimes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not that awkward because like I can't.
Perplexed in certain situations. You know
okay.
What I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
No. My whole profession is built on me actually not being awkward. So, in that way, I guess I'm not.
You're like, come to mommy. Seduction, the art of seduction.
Yeah, and that's its own interesting art form in that I had always been really intimidated by guys and felt like, I guess, playing out a dynamic that we all have heard before where people are like, you daddy issues. Your dad probably fucking hates you. And I'm just like, yeah, well, I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow, okay? He's also been really kind in the way that he is now.
Does he know what you do?
Everybody knows what I do.
Yeah. When did that hit, or when was that news released?
Well, I mean, it
How
already
far?
started. It started when I started dancing. Honestly, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
But it kind of just like went into a progression where like I didn't directly like I did this like word jutsu to try to like make up some shit to say to my dad for a while to like brush around what I was really doing, because I was like, oh, that's gonna be like, you know, he thought I was still dancing, stripping, and so.
But you were.
But I had already progressed from there. Yeah. I stepped deeper into the realm.
When you got out of, like, say you got out of high school, or you graduated high school, if you did or you didn't, I mean, what were you thinking about doing?
I was like an angsty child, and, you know, watching my parents. And so I think going back to like talking about the community that I was raised in is like beautiful.
Yeah. And you wanted to fuck that beautiful picture up. Is that what you're saying? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So fucking stupid. I mean, there was that part of me, but there's more that there was this hypocrisy in this community that looked the way it did, but the people of it, like, things were strange. Like, you know, like the child molester by the elementary school, or like this people disappearing on this fucking trail, and like just weird, like, I don't know, it felt like dark energy.
Yeah.
And I know that's everywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, there's all types of fucking crazy people everywhere and all that. But I think it was in the way that, I don't know, it was like almost like, oh, this is just what happens. And I was like, what is that? That's crazy. And then being exposed to the dysfunctional family dynamics of others that we spend time with, you know, meeting from school and all of that, and just kind of like getting a sense of like these different worlds. But really what hit home for me, you know, was like watching my parents kind of like come undone, and recognizing like something wasn't right, but they didn't have the tools. Like, we have tools now to really deal with that, you know, in the ways that we all have our like kind of like our family stuff that gets carried down the line until somebody does something different. And I think that in a way that not everybody would understand, this is my way of doing something different. And in
regards to your upbringing,
in regards to what I was told I was supposed to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You went against the grain. You went against everything that you were told to do in life.
Yeah. I think, like, because think about it, like the ultimate insult of woman is like, your mom's a whore. Like, think about this. Like, what women are fucking crucified for.
Yeah.
Is the shit that men can do openly.
Yeah. It's not double.
And who the fuck are they doing it with? So why is there one side of the equation that it's like, hey, do your fucking thing, and the other side is like, you fucking whore, you should die. You like the shit people say, and I was like, can you calm the fuck down? Because why are you so mad? We're not having any interaction, okay, bro? Yeah. Like, it's like, you're over there, you're way the fuck over there. If I was in front of one of these motherfuckers, talking this shit, and I was like, hey, let's fuck, they'd be like, oh. So I'm just like, why are you like this? Chill.
Yeah.
You know? But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about with Casey earlier. It's like, you know, really like this integration of healthy sexuality where people get honest with themselves, you know, and then they can be honest with other people, transparent, chill, dealing with our stuff. But I mean, like, I'm 40 years old, and this is like newish to me because we were all, you know, just kind of brought up in these like normalized dysfunctional ways, where sexuality definitely has a part in that because there's violations with people close to people. There's all of this religious stuff. There's all of these things around it, but it's all like, here, we're going to put that on woman.
Yeah.
Even though she's the fucking source. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's look at it like this too. I mean, there's more females that can make money in that line of business than dudes. Is that safe to say? I don't know, but
I mean,
I'm asking you.
The overall,
because
I don't have statistics. I don't even really trust statistics because it's like, how accurate can they be for our entire fucking planet? But what you're saying is,
I don't have too many homies that are
right, because the dynamic
companions.
is right. The dynamic is what it is, and it's just like, honor that, and then everybody can show up and do their fucking part.
I think it's a power that a woman has. And so it's up to her. She want to utilize that power to the next power and make herself a companion and do business off of it. I think if guys could have that power to utilize it, there'd be so many dudes walking around the street right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, be mad, bitch. Like, okay. Like, okay, princess, why? You know, like, you want to be a hoe too? You can. Go be a fucking hoe. Because, like, some of these dudes are mad. And I'm just like, you have nothing that you can fucking contribute in the commercial fucking marketplace. When you do, circle back around if you really want to be a hoe. But why are you mad at a bitch for fucking doing something that is, honestly, when it's done with intention and it's done with fucking real heart and like real shit, it impacts people's lives.
So how do you do that? I don't understand that line of impacting with intention and real heart in that line of business. Explain that to me.
I'm trying to
come back to planet Earth, please.
Hey, you know what? No, I'm trying to find the words.
Yeah, take your time.
Because look, like, everybody knows what I do. Yeah. Meaning, my son has been exposed to it, and that's a whole nother fucking story. But like,
yeah,
there's a part of me that has struggled with that because it was posed to him in a way that I didn't choose.
Yeah.
And
it's in a fucked up way, huh?
Negative as fuck, you know, from somebody that I was like really trying to be with. You know, and I was talking about this with Casey. Like, this is personal for me in that it made me want to understand better, like, for my microcosm, for the macrocosm, it's like there's this desire and yearning for women, and at the same time, this like deep hatred. And it's like, okay, whoa, what the fuck? But I also recognize that, you know, that's an individual personal thing too, and that I needed to look at me and what was going on with me, that I did all that knowing and seeing the dysfunction there,
yeah, you
know, and continuing to perpetuate in it because I was attached to wanting to have a family with somebody that like had no qualifications for that, and neither did I, you know. I never want to be one of these, you know, people that's like always pointing my finger. It's like, this has always been about like a self-inquiry so that I could figure out how to like live better and have a better quality of life that is mind, body, spirit. But it's funny because like the ways in which like I entered it, they were just like, it was almost like it was set up.
How you entered the field? It was
how I entered the field. I was going through this fork in the road. I used to cook for a living.
Okay, what'd you cook?
A bunch of shit. Like I cooked from age 19 to 29, and I worked primarily with caterers. I worked at Hollywood and Highland like in the 2005s. I worked at Prince's house. It was cool. Like I did cool gigs at like badass homes.
But you cooked. You cooked.
I cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking cooked that shit. I chopped shit. I sauteed shit.
Fucking served that shit.
And so, yeah, I came from like, and I used to work before that in restaurants I used to bus tables. I was always like the only white girl bussing tables. I met one other like kind of like butchy white chick who bus tables, but it was like, that was.
Yeah. From humble beginnings.
Yeah, super. Delivering fucking pizza at age 17. Hospitality things from the lower end to the higher end.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done hospitality in this instance from a lower end to a higher end.
Yeah.
And
Can you speak on what? Can you with that
like
details?
lower end meaning like dancing at I danced at Cheetahs in East Hollywood. It's a bikini bar.
Okay.
And then
this is cool.
it was a moment in 2014. Like the music, like it was a fucking moment. It was so for me like I was going through this like tumultuousness of my relationship with my son's father. And sorry, I'm going away, but so by that point, my relationship with my kid's dad was fucked. It was so fucked, you know. And like somehow, like I got to dancing, and like, because he had been like cheating on me the whole time, and you know, I just got to a point where it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna like go do something, and you've been fucking bitches, so like, what is me dancing and getting paid? You know, like what the fuck. But then it was crazy. It was crazy. The things that we all put up with in the name of love.
Yeah.
It's not loving.
No.
It's not loving to ourselves. It's not loving to them. It's not loving to the people that we impact.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm like, you know, in being a companion and like serving in this capacity and being like at the heart of what compels people.
Yeah.
And getting a good look at it and how varied and vast it is.
So you were talking about the
Humble
low end?
humble beginnings.
Cheetahs.
It was and then I bounced around to different places. I danced in LA.
But you said we were talking about from one end of the spectrum to the other. So what was the most craziest, the highest? You were talking about levels, right?
Well, in terms of like the surroundings and experience or the pay, everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, kind of where I'm at now, where like I am a companion and I travel. I travel in Southern California. I've been in the desert quite a bit. I love the desert.
Why do you like the desert?
Because all the grandpas are there, all the rich grandpas are there.
Oh, I see it.
I'm like, I love you all. Sorry. But
He's like, hold on, honey, it's gonna get up in a minute.
but also
tell us
also the, like, you know, not quite grandpa yet, but like older dads.
Older dads, yeah.
Right there.
What do you like
Okay,
about the
so
older
look,
dads?
my mom,
Slash grandpas.
look, before I got here, my mom was like, I'm just really proud of you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to listen to it. I was like, I would say don't listen to this.
Yes.
But anyways,
What?
so yeah, I like going to the desert, like,
Let's not say it's
Palm
around
Springs.
Rancho Mirage area.
no,
It's never around there. It's not around all those 8 golf courses in
No.
you know within 20 miles.
I love this shit. I fucking love it. But it's like just a mystical place. It's a beautiful landscape.
Did they ever have to take you on a golf course? Be honest.
I actually haven't. No
Be
need.
honest, like she was gonna be
But
exposed
I would
to something
go.
crazy. Yes, I've been on a golf course, Casey. Cool.
Well, you know, there's levels, really.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I just had a trip to Boston and did very well there, and
Well, you're kind of like you're kind of like a midnight snack. Is that safe to say? Like you're not. They're not. Are you walking around on the? Are you walking around on the arm of them on these golf courses?
okay. So first of all, I thought we were clear that I have not been on a golf course.
Well, we're using it as just a kind of like a
Figure of speech.
figure of speech. Yes, thank you.
For
Casey.
what?
For the streets.
For just like are you just
Dates.
show up like a ninja in and out?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fuck.
Yeah, there you go. That's the question I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we're very
Yeah.
That's how it works. Like
I
a
mean,
ninja.
to do this at a certain level, you better be
Like a ninja.
a fucking ninja in some way.
Yes.
You know, like don't be a dumb bitch and like come in looking like it. Even though sometimes I feel like, oh, they saw me and I'm like, they look like that's a whore.
Is it the tattoos on the thighs that really give it away?
I don't have thigh tattoos.
I'm just saying in
okay.
general.
But thanks. Yeah. No, I.
Can't even go into a 7-Eleven without feeling a certain
No, I
way.
mean, like I'll wear, you know, stuff. But I also I just come out here like this, and I don't whatever. The point is like it's appropriate for the setting
Absolutely.
to move
100%.
and be under the radar and do what I came there to do.
Do you have to laugh at all their jokes? Is that part of like the deal?
Some of them are super funny.
Yeah. Especially when the pay's
Some
right.
of them are fucking not. Well,
Especially when the pay's right? I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank. Right?
Is someone tickling her feet underneath this table right now?
look, I know there's even more levels. That's all I'm saying is like, this is a personal thing for me. So it's like my personal little wins, you know? But,
What are personal little wins of yours? Talk to me. Tell me, what's a personal little win in this business?
okay,
for you?
well, I mean, can I mention somebody's name? A woman's name?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Okay, she's a mentor
Yeah, for sure.
for companions from Australia.
Okay.
You telling me this is the crocodile hunter's wife?
What? Okay, so I found her from X, because X is where all the hoes are.
Wow, really? I'm
Yeah.
on X right now, actually.
You better get on there. It's also so psychotic, but I'm also, I think, how many times have I argued with a chatbot?
You said no, $20, and it's like no, $15.
Is that the point of contact to on X? Is that the new like Craigslist and Backpage, all that shit?
Okay,
It's X
so
now?
no, I'm not going to mention the name of the site.
sure. No, I don't want you to.
Yeah, but it's based out of Australia because of what's going on here legally.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What do you think of the Diddy trial, man? What do you think?
I don't keep up with anything. Okay.
What do you think about them saying that? Let me tell you this right now, and I think it's just kind of fucked up. But if you hire someone from another state, fly them out to the other state, right? Who knows? It could be for a stripper or something like that, right? In that side of the business, you're breaking a federal law, and they can fucking bring up federal charges on you. It's crazy, man.
I don't even know this shit.
Yeah. Well, don't trip because your indictment is coming soon.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, for all the grandpas, I fucking rizzed up.
Grandpa indictment. Operation Grandpa.
Oh my God.
Nah, hell no. They need you. They need you. They need you to keep these old fuckers happy.
Yeah.
Look, people are fucking hurting out there.
Tell me about that.
Out there in the desert, or?
Share, why, how are they hurting? Talk to me
Yeah.
about that.
Come on. I think the grandpa angle is a really
All right,
good
all right.
angle.
No. Let me. Okay, if
How
you
are
want
they
me to get
hurting?
real, everybody's
100%.
a little bit diff. But think about it. Like in 2020, we were all told to stay home and separate and all this crazy shit, which was like, I can't believe everybody went for that. The fuck, that was crazy. Anyways, but from that point, it's like, you know, this whole like male loneliness epidemic. And I'm just like, come on, you guys, like, just be people. But also, how many people are just struggling with basic connecting? They can't communicate effectively. They're just such a mess that it's, you know, it's really difficult to try to date. Like, you should not be dating. It's not okay. You're going to just make a mess.
Yeah, you're not in the condition to date. So did you make money during COVID? Was it like the booming?
No, actually, that was a terrible, terrible time for me in one instance, but also in another. Like, so much of what I look at is like the kind of material failings of myself were, you know, just lessons learned and things appreciated. It was a beautiful time with my family. My mom, my sister, they're how I'm able to do what I do.
Yeah.
Despite the challenges faced along the way of like a understanding between the both of us, because I know I'm a very difficult personality at times, and there was a time then where I was just kind of like flailing in that scarcity mentality and just like survival mode, even though, you know, I have to like give my mom credit where it's due. Like, she's been there for me and my sis So my sister and I have the same parents, and then we have our other siblings, and
The blended side.
yeah. But she and I are the ones that are like, we're tight,
Nice.
and we've been through our shit. But she's been there for me. She's been there for my son, my mom.
Unconditional love.
I mean, we went through a lot to get to a point where we're all fucking like. I felt like we're processing old family stuff together in a way.
A lot of trauma in the history books.
Dynamics, yeah, and old, outdated kind of beliefs about life and self.
Okay, I hear you. Have you made them, with your profession, explore this even more in regards to acceptance?
I think I've opened up, a dialogue.
I mean,
My mom and I have had a little bit more of like a softening together.
Okay.
Because we are very strong personalities, butt heads so much over the years. But yeah, it's been a long road in a sense, years, over a decade, with my family. But then like now, yeah, I'm in this kind of strange zone where like I just pulled some shit that I don't think, like I didn't know I could do it, and I think my family like would be like, "Wow, what the fuck?"
What'd you do?
Okay, so going back to Isabel Fox on X, back to the hose. So she's a mentor, and
She's a known mentor, a famous mentor.
she's becoming more known, but she's effective. And so I had one free call with her. It was probably less than 20 minutes. And she gave me some free game because she helps, we're marketing ourselves online, to do business at that level.
Okay.
And yeah, it just kind of sent me into this consistent months. They were months that I hadn't hit myself like in a row. Working mainly part-time, but like I would say I commute a lot, and so I have to factor that in. But living like a chill fucking life. I think like, yeah, a lot of dudes hate bitches like me and us because they're like, I want to be a princess. And I don't blame them, but I'm just like, can you really be mad? Like this is who you are. Fucking figure it out on your end.
Sounds like you got some beef with some dudes or something like that.
Gay dudes, for sure.
I mean,
Because you made that statement that dudes want to be a princess, so it sounds like you might be referring to certain individuals or maybe one person. Because I would say like I just kind of notice at times like the haters are dudes. Backlash, fools talking shit are dudes.
Whether it's work or not work, it's like this dynamic with not being very like considerate and having some sort of like chivalrous core values to be able to be like really like take care of a woman in her presence. There's like this bitch assness that's like I had a fucking guy reach out to me that I don't even want to fucking give this fucking airtime, but basically in the way like I gave this person some time of day because of like the circumstance of how I knew them. And he invited me for coffee.
Okay.
And then when I went, he stepped out of line to not, like, I had to go pay for my own coffee. And I was like, bro, like, this is what I do for work. This is like what it is. And I'm not trying to like do work with him. I'm just giving him an ear because he wanted to say some words. And I was like, what the fuck, like this behavior of like tit for tat with women and not wanting to present like an offering of like, let me like look out for you while I'm in, it's like while you're with a woman in her presence, maybe you're not trying to be with her forever or whatever, but it's like you can still take care of a woman. And I think people like with my lifestyle, my work It's like I experienced that where, yes, I am catering to people's desires and fantasies or whatever, but at the same time, it's like I'm being well looked after and treated well.
Yeah.
And when I'm not, I go,
Yeah,
what the fuck is this?
Yeah, how dare you make me pay for my coffee?
I mean,
No, I hear what you're saying though. You used to,
it's more like what, like it's not a
it's
strange
more the
kind of
gesture than the actual, like, of course you got money to pay for the coffee, right?
Yeah, it's not about the fucking money.
Yeah, it's
a lack of intent. It's like this lack of intent, this entitlement, I think, too, with, the whole, I guess, incel. You know what incels are? The people online who are like I'm never gonna get a woman, and like they're mad about it, and I feel like there's that.
Are there dudes that are like that?
I don't encounter any of that energy anymore. I felt like those were things that like I dealt with when I was just starting to dance, but also in my personal life then, and that's why it was like such a mess, So no, I don't have a beef with like certain guys because I understand like as a woman we have our toxic, nasty shit that we have to work through.
Yeah.
And that we're accountable for. I forgot what I was saying. Sorry.
Hey, so you were talking about desires. What are some of the crazy desires that?
My favorites. I love. There's only 2 people who've done it. I love when dudes drink my piss.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Is that the ultimate, like, most superior of being in control, of being the dominant?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I wanted a dude to fucking piss on me, like I would have to be obsessed with him. Otherwise, I'm not just having dudes piss on me. So like it's very specific.
Yeah.
It does feel like a dominance thing for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And you're kind of like a very like alpha type of female.
I think like, stripping really honed in that alphaness because of the physicality of it.
And you're fucking badass at stripping.
Thank you.
Like you, dude, if you
I miss it so much.
if you guys
honestly,
go to her Instagram, she does pole dances all the time.
Thank you. I
and
haven't
you
posted
are so
shit.
good at that.
Yeah, I know. I've like gone through like deleting everything because I was like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you upset with yourself of the choices you've made?
No.
That you keep on going back and forth with?
No. I feel like this is what I spent 10 years to get to.
Mm-hmm. And what is that? Being able to talk about it, being able to be open,
being able to really like
own it.
Not only own it, but like relate it to a larger a larger conversation that we're having right now.
Yeah.
We're all going through these deep changes in lifestyle and how we relate and how people experience sex. You have kids.
Yes.
Okay, we're watching our kids come up in an environment where they're being bombarded with all of this like hypersexualized shit, and so it's like
you got to censor them as much as
there's no censoring.
Well, you can take the tablet away from the phone from them.
Well, you can for sure, but it's like by that point, like they've already seen it, and so it's different, but also like. I mean, my kid plays video games. She's on the headset. These kids talk, it's
talking
like,
mad shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Actually, like it's very
and you
uncomfortable.
Got some grown ass dudes on there too talking shit too.
It's interesting, but just to like ask ourselves like how can we really like enjoy our lives in a healthy way? Yes, we have all of these crazy tools. Yes, we have access to all this stuff. Yes, I do what I do for work, but I'm like, what I do for work is not just about like the base part of it that people perceive it as being like this highly destructive. It's degenerate, It's like maybe there's a little degenerate in there, but like it's fun, And the point of being able to have that in your own life to figure that out, and if you're gonna figure it out with yourself, or you figure it out with you and your partner, or whatever. And I think that's like what I'm enjoying about it is like having those like super transparent conversations, getting clear about what the fuck we're doing, you know. And I get to have that with these people, and I get to hear about their whole fucking lives, you know.
Yeah. This is the realest conversations. Those are the most honest conversations.
Even before I started doing this shit, though, like people would come up to me and tell me their shit. Like I was in my 20s, and like people, I used to ride the bus, public transportation in LA in my 20s, and I walked a lot.
Yeah.
Walked a lot. And so I've like been around people, and I always kind of felt comfortable moving in different worlds. And yeah, this people wanting to tell me their stuff, and then how that like applies now. But it's nice because, you know, we get to tell each other. I tell people my stuff. I think like there's certain boundaries, obviously.
Yeah.
But I really like move in a human way versus like a fearful, kind of way where it's like, oh my God, and like I can't let these guys know this. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You want to act like that? No. At that price point, no. People are not doing this shit. They are professionals. They got fucking shit on the line, So it's like we're all gonna conduct ourselves a certain way. And when anybody's out of line, then I'm like, hey, motherfucker, what the hell? You're gonna do all that? Then good day. And like there's been cycles of the type of people I deal with, from being in the strip club, in the massage realm, and then I worked with a collective of massage girls.
Okay.
That's all I'll say about that. So I was not the one that was running my own ads, branding myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Selling my shit. And once I fucking started doing that, that changed my shit altogether. And I already knew that I was going to go in that direction, because I was like, this is your operation. But it like made me good at what I do. And to be honest, like I'm not a trained masseuse, but because of my pull and like kind of like fitness background, it's like I understand the body, and I'm fucking digging into people.
Yeah. And
really going in on them. And then also being a stripper bitch at the same time. So it's like I crafted an experience for people that they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because, they're used to being like, oh, the massage is kind of like, could be hit or miss.
You made sure you
I want to do things fucking nice,
Yeah.
And I want people to feel like I gave a fuck, and that they're like chill.
You were taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Happy customer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Return. Keep spending money.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you said you're good at what you do.
So the whole dance thing, I really I worked on being very flexible as an older lady, because I didn't start dancing till I was 29.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing about this.
Yeah.
Because this is Ashley.
Is that her name? From Blasey?
Yep.
And then I see her tongue.
She's got one hell of a tongue, man.
Yeah.
You guys can see that. One hell of a tongue.
And I was telling Casey about this. I was like, how is this me on the table?
How is that you on the table?
Yeah.
You got a tongue like that?
Yeah.
Wow. That's like a fucking...
And her name's Ashley.
Yeah.
That's me. She's covered in fucking ashes.
Ashes. It's not even Wednesday either.
Oh my gosh, I love you. You're so cute. You guys are a great team.
Yeah, we have fun doing what we do.
Yeah, no, this is like such a fucking dope spot. It's amazing to be here after seeing it just virtually and feeling it out. And yeah, this is rad. Thank you.
Absolutely. And this is super interesting.
Yeah. What else?
No, I think if, you know what I mean? We're an hour in, you know what I mean? And if that's what you're comfortable with sharing, I mean, I think it was good. I think it was good content. I think you're going to intrigue people to, to check you out in one way or another. You know what I mean? You're a lot more deeper than the surface right, of what you do, or however you want. No disrespect, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I have my own approach, and everybody has their own approach.
100%.
And
Like
to make it work for them. I think that's what the whole thing is about. It's making it work for you.
Well, you speak like in almost like metaphors. Like you almost got to sometimes figure out exactly. I mean,
What was unclear?
No, it was
Okay.
all clear.
Okay.
I comprehended it.
Okay.
Some I had to put it together and be like, all right, this is exactly what she's talking about. Cool. And so it's most definitely, like you said, it's a different approach. You have your own approach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's cool.
I'm
You're
like
art. You're like art.
I feel like it's part therapy, spa, and performance art, and gym.
Got you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you combine it all together
Yeah.
for one crazy experience that grandpas and older dads just can't get.
And younger
enough of.
ones too. I mean, look, the I get the.
They're wide open, Lucky.
Yeah, you ever see? Well, I'm just messing around on the gram because we talked about that. But do you ever see the movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts?
Of course.
Yeah, have you ever had that experience? Pretty Woman experience?
I mean, that wouldn't. He got her out of the game, right? Like,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you're still in the game. Yeah, so you haven't, right? Yeah.
I've had fun moments.
But have you come close to something
that,
like that, or like, hey, I'm gonna save her? They had their cape on. They're standing on the balcony of a high-rise building.
No.
They're threatening they're gonna jump unless they could save you.
No.
Do you ever think you're gonna get get married and live happily ever after?
Honestly, was like, while I'm doing this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'll get to that when I cross over there.
Yeah, because you can't do both. It's like
I don't want to do both.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that.
Because you've tried to do it before and it just doesn't work, right?
I don't like it because for me it splits my energy.
Yeah.
I don't want to work.
You got to play both worlds, and it
I
sucks.
don't want to work if I'm fucking like I don't want to take care of you. I don't want to deal with everybody the fuck else.
Yeah.
But that it's just like whatever. Like I'll get there when I get there.
So you're 40 years old.
Uh-huh.
You can do the splits.
In September. Okay, I'm still 39 right now.
39. You better cherish these last few weeks.
Hey, get it while it's hot, guys. Get it while it's hot.
Because it might hit 40 and you try to do that split and be like, the fuck was that?
Honestly,
Welcome to 40 years old.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm already like, ugh.
How much longer you think? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know that like for me,
Yeah.
that's coming.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And obviously you think about that. I mean, I'm
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, like, yeah.
Now, has baby oil ever been a thing with any of your clients? Can you clear that up for us? Any of your African American clients?
So fucking stupid.
Do you deal with African Americans?
I deal with everybody.
Yeah. What
Yes.
about Asians? Are Asians the best ones to have because they don't do too much damage?
Yeah, like internally. They essentially cannot blow you out. End quote.
I'll tell you the fuck what.
It's like,
But seriously though,
do you ever had a dude that's like fucked up the rest of the customers for the rest of the night?
No.
Like, no.
any D2B,
What the fuck is G2B?
Dick 2 Bomb?
Dick 2 Bomb. Only he knows little acronyms like that.
Wait. I don't even know what you fucking.
Yeah, he pulled that out of his little motherfucking bag of dicks. G2B. The fuck?
Okay. All right. If I knew what you were talking about, I could answer.
What are the best? You ever have like a fucking 7-Eleven dude that just smells like a fucking bag of onions? I mean,
When I was doing
Or an
the
Armenian
massage
dude.
work at that price point, that was not my price point. I encountered more aromatic individuals.
are those hairy backs? Aromatic? Does that mean
Yeah,
hairy
yeah.
backs?
Chewbacca motherfuckers?
I mean, like yes,
We ever
but
had-
it's more like what they're emitting from their bodies, like their smell.
Their smell, yeah.
Yeah, and like even like
When
it was
some-
crazy.
some
Some of these dudes would shower and they would still smell after they came out of the shower, and that was the kind like that's lower end.
Does that make sense why Asian women wear masks before the pandemic?
Oh my god, you're stupid. Look, like whatever's going on, it's not just a certain type. It's, different types of people. It's like, how hygienic are you, or how well are you eating and drinking and sweating?
Who's the freakiest out of all the races that you've been able to experience? Black, white, Hispanic,
Middle
Asian?
Easterns,
Who's the freakiest?
Jews, maybe.
Shut Jews. Yeah, Jews too. Fuck it. Who's the
Okay,
freakiest?
the freakiest.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the white guys.
White guys. They like their booty licked and everything. Do you lick booty?
So
Yes, you don't have to say anything.
when people,
dude, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, I didn't want to keep this at a certain place. Like, it's not being kept there, but that's okay. I think it's important. I think it's important to do this the way it's meant to be done. That you be as open as you possibly can.
yeah, and,
Absolutely.
And some people in the comments were like, "Why do white guys like to look at what they call a balloon knot so much?"
What do you mean a balloon knot?
A balloon knot.
Oh my god! I mean, I would have to ask.
Hey, is OnlyFans a waste of time for individuals?
I've never tried it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear bitches are making money on there, and I go, damn. And maybe you should figure some version of that out. But I don't do porn. I don't want to do porn.
Yeah.
That's not my fucking thing, and I respect the women that do, because that's their thing.
Do you feel like the acting's the hardest part?
The acting. Because there's a lot
For what?
For porn, yeah.
No, our acting and what you do on a daily. Because not on a daily.
I kind of go in there. I feel like I'm a fucking thespian.
What is thespian again?
As a fucking actor. I'm like
actor.
I'm deeply embodying.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
So
I'm taking it there with people. Like,
You're there to fulfill their fantasy.
I'm there to make it feel real.
Yes.
Did they ever make you dress up as one of those blue characters from Avatar?
Blue avatar.
That would be, if they set that up, if they got it all together, I'm doing it.
You'll step right into the Na'vi world, huh?
Do you do the like the dress up thing? Like if they asked for you?
I've had here and there, but more often than not, like, my whole thing is like, I'm a gym girly, and so I'm like, no makeup. I'm coming like this.
Okay.
Like
My
fresh
hair is
out of
wet.
the gym.
Yeah, just low pro.
Do any men like to dress up as like Marvel characters?
No,
Okay.
no. Just had one that likes to dress up as his woman alter ego.
That's super weird, huh?
It was sweet. I thought I found it endearing.
So he wears a dress and a wig, and he's like,
Like,
With his dick
very
out.
very big man. He's got a big stature, so he has to go to like a specific store to get this lingerie that is so unflattering.
Is his name Stomper? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
she said buff, not fat.
Go ahead.
No, I said
So
he's
so
not
he-
buff either, but
So he's dressed in women lingerie.
yeah. Like, when I first met him, he came to me wearing a cage around his.
Around his, a cage.
Nothing like a boner.
And did he swallow the key and say, find the key?
He gave it to me. I held on to it for a little while.
So is the movie pretty similar? Like, is that true to the?
I can't remember that shit. I really.
Okay. I'm just curious. I like that movie, but
I don't.
Because she moves like a ninja, man.
Yeah.
Right?
they don't hang on the same Twitter sphere as you guys.
What do you think about females that have pimps? Like, what the fuck are they doing, right?
I think that's.
Are they just
It's
not good
almost
saleswomen?
like it's like a bad dating dynamic with money.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, it's the same, feeding into the same stuff that takes people down.
It's unhealthy, right? In that
Yeah,
world, to
no,
have a pimp?
when I was dancing, I remember this chick trying to put me on the phone with hers, and I was like, what? Like, what are you doing? But she was so beautiful. She was young. And I mean, I had already like been through this like rocky relationship. Like, there was domestic violence, with that, and that's crazy, like unacceptable.
It seems like you might come with domestic violence. Like you might like that.
When it's executed under a certain context.
Lucky, do you want to pay some bills real quick? Give us a second. Let's pay. No, you're good.
No, we'll keep it going. Yeah.
All right, because the stream is poor at the moment. So hold on, guys. The stream is poor at the moment. Give us a second. We'll be right back with these hot questions. Okay, give us 1 second. As much as we have.
We'll go ahead and pay the bills. Are we on the Wi-Fi?
Oh, we're back on. We're back on excellent. We're on the Wi-Fi, but we're back on excellent, guys. We're back on excellent.
Okay.
We're back on Excelente. So we're back here.
Okay.
So which culture tries to lowball you the most?
Is there room for negotiations?
Yeah, is there room for negotiation?
I've definitely negotiated at certain times when you're just like, I need this fucking money.
Have you ever bartered anything like a bicycle or anything?
No.
Nothing? A car, a small car?
Oh yeah, a car would be a good deal. A car would be a good barter. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
You know what? It's like, it doesn't. I've fucked people for money and fucked them for free. What the fuck, you know? So it's like.
Yeah.
So how does one get the free deal? Is there like a coupon that they have to find somewhere?
Yeah, if you met a guy and said, hey, you know what? I'm not going to even charge you.
Sometimes it's the moment, it's life, whatever.
So you've gone there for business and then said, hey, you know what? That's all in the house.
I haven't done it like that, but there was one that I was like, I might love you, and I'm coming back regardless.
Hey.
Wow. So
And then he like dropped off. He fucking dropped out, and I was like, okay, you know
scared
what?
him.
Go back to paying me.
Yeah.
That was better.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
damn.
mean, the framework. I think the whole point of it.
Well, you
you know,
scared him. You scared him.
What
You
color
said,
were
I
his
totally.
eyes?
I scared. What?
What color were his eyes?
They're like a greenish.
That's what it was, huh?
Nah.
That's what got you.
No, it was the way that he touched me. Honestly, it was the slowest, sexiest thing I've ever experienced. We never fucked. He paid me twice before. Like I was like, oh, I'll go to dinner, and we still never fucked.
Oh, so it's just he's playing that. Oh, he played that card that hard to get. You know what I mean? Had you boiling.
Had me so fucked up for like weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And now I'm over it because I was like, all right, and we're moving on. And now you know,
yeah, he got you though. So
good. He got me really good, but
so he was-
I mean,
was
I
he-
did it to myself.
Was he paying you to go out with him as I don't get it. Like,
No, I thought so. My initial with
Yeah.
him was for a massage.
okay,
That did not happen. Mm-hmm. But we just chilled there.
okay,
It was really like, it was just like super hot. It went from, this was crazy because for me, it was like the fucking Uno reverse or whatever. But like, I went in there being like, oh, I'm running this shit, whatever. And like within like 3 hours, I was like, oh my goodness.
So it was the way he talked to you.
The way he spoke to me, but also the way he touched. It was like, because I'm so used to like this like aggressive, and I'm aggressive, like,
Yeah.
you know, and so to like calm it down, like women need, we need that fucking chill, and then we can really like go there. Like it's always so rushed.
That's what my girl hates about me. She says I always try to fuck her like a prostitute.
And I mean, like we get it done, you know, but it's like, is it the best? No.
Yeah. So
But it's also like, sometimes it's cool. Sometimes it's cool. It's fine.
Do you prefer faster or longer? Is it?
I like a full spectrum experience.
so you're in it for the experience as well, then.
I go there.
Yeah.
I go there. Yes. Yes,
But-
I fucking do.
Okay, but time out. But how long can these older men, grandpas, really go? Let's be honest.
Okay,
Give us
I
a
mean,
time frame. Give us
okay,
the exact time.
Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, not very. It depends. It depends, like what.
Is it like touch and bust for grandpas, or like what is it?
no, no. It depends on the grandpa. No, but
Touch and
I
bust.
will say, like,
Depends
generally.
on the grandpa.
No, look. Generally speaking, I've encountered people that have been pretty like active and taking care of themselves. There was like one guy that like, I was like, like that was hard. That was hard. That was a hard 3 hours.
He took his like sweater off and he was just fucking ripped.
What do you mean hard 3 hours? Like it was just a rough one to get through? Like it was
Like-
a
like,
3
I'll
hours.
put it to you this way,
was it
look,
3
look,
hours
like,
straight
look.
of madness.
Like that. I was actually impressed by him.
You heard his pacemaker going crazy.
You know, there's times where like people are really wonderful. They're really wonderful people,
Yeah.
but it's like you're still dealing with things that you're like, okay, like that's not getting me going at all. So I really gotta I gotta turn it on, and I gotta turn it up and just
mentally for yourself.
Yeah. Feel like it's its own workout. It's its own, like, let's just stay in the game. Just get it done.
And what what do you tell them? Like, do you give them, like, do you tell them words like back in their day type things? Like,
no.
Hey, whippersnapper, get it together? Or like,
Whippersnapper, get it together.
Oh my God.
That was
No,
good.
I do call them Gramps.
Gramps?
Yeah.
okay, but give us like a time. So one was 3 hours, and that was full. Like he was going full throttle. He took like the biggest.
Yeah, that was crazy.
How many blue chews were in his mouth?
He was so frail. And then I mean, there's others that are like a 20-minute. I don't know, less. It depends. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, in Rancho Mirage, there's a Mastro's there. Do you know all the employees there?
You know, I actually have never been to a Mastro's.
They've never taken you?
No.
This dude is just.
I've never gone. Like, yeah, no. That's funny, right? Because that's like the typical.
That's the spot right there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, you don't gotta drop a pin.
Yeah, no, you know.
Yeah.
But the Sizzlers, though, you know all them.
Fuck you, bro.
Nothing like hitting the sizzler after the golf course, baby.
Stupid. No, actually, I ate really well out of somebody's country club home.
I get it.
Nice. Yeah.
I get it.
So I was like, look, Sizzler, no. Delivered food that is top tier, yeah.
Do you ever have to sneak in like windows or back doors or anything?
Oh my God. I actually did get snuck in recently, like last couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
The dad had his grown son that was like staying in another part of the house. And he was like, you know, it was crazy. I was like, whatever, let's get it. I was tired. I was so tired. But that's like, you know, sometimes you get in the mode where you're like, we're just going to go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever had clients that were of the Middle Eastern descent? And if so, like, did they make you dress with like towels all over your body or something?
Stupid.
And then take it off?
You know, like, no. I'm trying to think of Middle Eastern clients. And nobody's coming to my head right now. But
Oh.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make that much of a mark, huh?
So you, in other words, you decline the Middle Eastern.
I don't decline
Yeah,
anybody based on
Yeah,
that.
I'm just. fucking
I
with
was like, yeah, no.
I'm not trying to paint you as that person.
Okay,
Yeah.
bro, yeah.
No, for sure.
But these were just some questions that were in maybe some people's heads, not necessarily mine, but, you know, people listening.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry, I didn't want to, you know, have to
How
go
about
there, but
how about something substantial?
okay, I have some substantial questions right here. Let's go on the. So you mentioned this journey being esoteric at times. What spiritual truth or philosophies help guide you?
Oh, wonderful! Wow. I've been for the last year, honestly. Like my friends know, I talk about Michael Singer a lot. I love Michael Singer. He wrote a book called The Untethered Soul, but I actually just listened to him on YouTube talking. I call him my spiritual grandpa. You know, there's that part of me that like lives in this material world and like plays this part and does this shit, you know, and there's that other part of me that's like, I'm not this. I'm just some floating consciousness in this body, and I need to chill the fuck out, you know? So I think it's like after being raised in a conservative household and being like this religion, like I've never really wanted to go down any particular path. I think they all have gems. I like their gems. I like their vibes. And so I kind of draw from everything and I craft my own.
So like, what maybe is like the main one that you maybe like really, you know?
I mean, because I was
Resonates.
raised in a Christian household, like there's biblical teachings that interpreted a certain way that like I find to be very valuable, and I can kind of more readily digest it based on the fact that I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
Joseph Murphy, Neville Goddard, those were like older dudes.
Yeah, that talked about like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
these guys.
and I love that shit. And I mean, like Dr. Joe Dispenza. I went to his week long and realized I was like, well, it doesn't matter if you go, you got to like do the work anyway. And I kind of already knew that, but
Yeah,
that was
Joe
actually
Dispenza's big. He has a science to back it up.
that's very interesting. You know, it's all very interesting because it's all connected.
How much was it?
I think it was like, I don't know, $3,000.
Damn.
Somebody else paid for it for me, so I was like, thanks, Vic.
Lucky.
I don't talk to him no more.
Tell him he could pay for me to go.
Honestly,
Send him my number and tell him you can pay for this dude. He wants to go.
it's actually very interesting.
I know.
The crowd that it draws and the feeling of it. Yeah, all of that shit. You know, just like this search that we all have for the answer.
Lucky, what were you saying? Someone has said in the chat?
No, someone's asking, how do you know if a girl is a cop or not? I mean, is that something that's...
I'm sorry.
Like,
how do I know if a girl?
Yeah, like if so, so obviously this dude's asking, like, how do you know if you think you're hiring someone and they could potentially be like an undercover? Is there such a thing in regards to that side of the business that they do sting operations or something?
They're not looking for me. They're looking for rings of trafficked humans.
Just speak on that too. How do you feel about that, man?
I mean, awful. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And that's kind of something I thought about getting into with you. And with you, people are saying, man, Lucky's kind of quiet, Lucky this, that, the other. You know what? I've talked to this girl for so many years, like we said previously. And go ahead and put the switch to camera, Casey. Do your job. I've talked to this girl so many years in the DM, and I just like, I don't have the same approach that I usually have.
Interesting.
Know? Well, because you're kind of like a, you know, how I met you through Kat Von D, prayers, Rafa, right? You know what I mean? I'm kind of just like, you know, how can I say it? Being a little more, you seem like a complicated, very deep person. Oh. Which you are.
Okay.
Yeah. Not complicated, but deep. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, a deep person. And you're not, I believe you're not the you don't seem like maybe the average person.
No, that's it. Like that's the whole thing is like people are like, oh, you know, because I'll be like, I'm a prostitute, I'm a whore, I'm a hooker, blah, you know, and they'll be like, no, you're not that. And I'm like, it's fine, like chill the fuck out, because it's like, yeah, I'm intellectual or whatever, but then I'm also silly about it because it's like,
yeah,
it's not that fucking serious. And I think like that's what I'm here to kind of like say at a larger scale, like chill the fuck out and enjoy your life and do what you want to do.
Well, every time we've talked and you were just kind of like, and you stated in the beginning that you've been going through some things.
You know, it was
feel me?
the
And so I
integration
feel like
of all of it because of, you know, like really accepting it for myself, being able to come out and be like, okay, this, you know, like, I think too, like I struggled with certain parts of like the earning the money and boundaries and all of these like challenges and then stuff with my family. And so where I'm at right now is like I did I mean, if you want a figure, like I cleared 20 grand the week I was in Boston, and I saw 8 people, but actually only 7 because somebody sent me $4,500 and they didn't show up.
Damn, making good money.
So for me, as somebody that really struggled with purpose and finance and relationships and all of these fucking things, it's like I'm getting a chance to like whirl, like it's been 10 years, you know, between dancing this, and it's like these phases. For me, like, this sounds so stupid, but I thought about it, like, used to, when I thought about what I wanted to be a mystic.
What's a mystic?
Somebody who's seeing between the lines and beyond the surface, you know, like we're all squabbling. It's so loud, the squabbling online, the squabbling in person, and all of these things everybody's fighting about. It's like, what is that doing? And so I think these things do start in this kind of like survival, sexual capacity. We're like yearning for this connection of belonging. We're trying to feel good from the outside. We're doing that both like energetically by being with people, and we're doing it physically, sexually through the act. And it's like have the best of the worlds of enjoying a healthy, robust sexual experience and expression, but also taking care of your life and the relationships in it. You know, and that comes through like having hard conversations and transparency and all of that.
Would those both lives run parallel, or can you conjoin them together?
I'm sorry. Would both lives run parallel?
Yeah, in other words, you're talking about the family thing, and then the sexual have a like obviously.
Okay, so I'll say this: like I have couples has become kind of like a thing for me, and I never had threesomes before getting into this industry.
Gotcha.
And
So you help them improve their.
I don't want to say I'm helping them improve anything. I feel like I'm facilitating an experience that is curated to their unique
Circumstances.
desires.
Yeah. Some desires. There you go.
Yeah, and that's kind of like an interesting dynamic because you're really confronting those things that people kind of stuff deep down, the insecurities and all of that. But when they're healthy, kind of like they've done this, it's like, okay, they know what it is. I mean, yeah, it's taking care of, honestly, the woman first and making sure she feels safe and chill and that I'm fucking with her first thing. And that her dude is like there and part of it and he can have his part, but it's like on her watch.
Exactly, on her terms.
Yeah.
You don't want to overstep that boundary.
Yeah.
Because you need to be called back for get that bag, right?
Okay. And I do.
Yes.
And that's amazing. And I feel so grateful for that. I feel very honored to be invited into people's inner space that way and trusted. But it also kind of speaks to what we were just saying about like that sexual life that is maybe a little bit unconventional and then having a family. I think those things can coexist, but those happen through like real conversations and experience and, going through the process of expanding your own perceived limitations about what you can handle emotionally in regards to the people that you have that with.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, like most of these people are married, right? That I deal with.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's kind of like the whole archetype of a client, the married guy. And so it's like, what's really going on there?
Yeah, exactly. They've lost connection. She's not doing it. He's not doing it.
Not only that, but I think like just these unrealistic expectations of fulfilling a role in a certain way, same way over a long period of time when everybody's going through their own like personal evolution of who the fuck they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a healing or sacred aspect of sex that society has kind of...
Okay, I mean, to be honest, like, yeah.
Use the restroom.
It's...
What is it exactly?
Not only is it like energy, I think it's your physiology, you're like what's happening in your body. I'm not going to go in and get academic with that because like, I'm not going to be that person. I've never been like that. But I think like for me, it's like the ways that I activate my body to do what I do.
Yeah.
And repeatedly do that and like recharge and I feel like I'm taking chi from people in a sense because they're giving me their energy.
Yeah.
But I'm giving it back. And I'm doing so from a place of like, hey, I appreciate this as it is and understand that life doesn't happen the way that we all are told it's supposed to. It happens the way the fuck it happens. And to figure out how to move that within that understanding in your life, by the way that you conduct yourself, by the way that you talk to your people, however they are, whoever they are, especially in an intimate setting.
Yeah. And that kind of touches on the difference between sexual empowerment and exploitation. Can you talk about that?
Right. I mean, the times like I've had both experiences doing this. Are we gonna maybe just like ceremony?
Yeah.
Just a little one. Just a little one.
Absolutely.
It's purple. Just a tiny. Thanks.
You go, fam.
Huge
Absolutely.
fuck.
Yeah. It's all you.
With my girl. You want?
No, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I got to take care of some business tonight. I'm just gonna be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was talking about empowerment and exploitation.
Okay, yeah. So I had said that I've experienced both working, but I also experienced that just in life. And it's the way that I was relating to myself that allowed me to kind of like withstand this poor dynamic. And then having to recognize my part in it. And then in the times in work where I felt like, okay, there's the empowerment moment, like there's times where like a dude rolled up and was telling me about having been molested by their brother as like a small child, and they're trying to figure out this shit out. And for me, that was like, fuck, that's some real shit, and it's like, I'm here for frivolous shit and I'm here for real shit and everything in between.
Yeah.
And the times that I was in scarcity mindset, survival mindset, and just trying to like, just get after it, and losing my footing as far as like doing it the right way, because there's like the screening process and all of these things that you vet people. Anytime I ever went against my gut feeling, it's like I fucked myself 100%. And I really always like owned that while I was doing this. And I think like that's the part that I beat myself up over more than the thing itself happening.
Yeah.
Was being a dumb bitch. But, that's how you learn. That's how you sharpen. And I think those moments also gave me the sense of like, like, fuck with me because I will be a problem for sure. But
yeah. I get them vibes from you too, 100%. Yeah. And you know what? I just wanted to, like I said, I was coming into this interview knowing that I was going to have a different approach opposed from other ones where I wild out, ask crazy questions. I kind of wanted...
you're welcome to do whatever.
I wanted to come in a little more cautious and let you express yourself the way you have. And I think it gives everybody a deeper insight of individuals that are in this field. They're not just some dumb...
Well, it's like when I was looking at your posts to promote, and a couple of the comments, somebody being like, this fucked out. And I was like, I know I look like a guy. Like, people,
you don't look like a guy.
I mean, like I have like a more masculine build than I do like a soft, pear-shaped feminine build, like busty and all of that. But
how come you've never maybe got breast implants or something like that?
Honestly, like the way that I've been humbled my life and like just how it unfolded, I didn't have it to fucking pay for some shit like that. And like
you're barely making ends meet.
I was taking care of the more important priorities.
Yeah.
And
is that something you're going to explore down the road though?
I mean, like I want some cute shit that's like just looks enhance. But I feel like for the way that I live, like breast implants wouldn't really like make sense.
Okay. Yeah.
If I, for some crazy reason, had a kid and my tits just fucking deflated, then I would get some tits.
Yeah.
For sure.
But for now, you're good.
For now, it's like what
it's getting the job done.
Yeah.
And everybody has a type.
Honestly, yeah. The amount of people that tell me like, don't ever get your boobs done, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I get that, It's like everybody can appreciate what they can appreciate.
100%.
I have my kind of like target market, my niche of like the type of people that dig me.
Because there's a lot of females that have the fucking boomerang booties and the titties and all that shit. How many females just have the regular,
It's kind of,
athletic body.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And I understand it because if I did have the fucking money when I was young, I would have been chopped the fuck up like all around.
Yeah.
Because I really like went through that phase of wanting that for sure.
Where you felt like you weren't what you.
Yeah, I was like, my fucking pussy lips are too much. I want to chop them down. Like.
Were they too much? Were they just hanging too low or something?
Did it look like an Arby's #1?
Oh my god! But no, I came to appreciate. Like we're all given our blueprint here. I know. I'm like, maybe.
Shout out to Arby's, man. Hey, Aeon, this has been absolutely amazing.
Thanks
I want to
me.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being transparent. Thank you for this. This was, I believe, for you. I mean, I felt like this could potentially be therapy for you in the sense of
it is. Thank you so much. It really is.
Absolutely. I want everybody. How can people support you, follow you?
You can follow me on IG. I mean, like I right now that's what I have.
What's your at?
Magdalaeon. Do you want me to spell it?
Yeah, for sure.
Magdalaeon.
Okay, and if there's a Casey Orozco that ends up in your DM, screen the shot that and send it to me.
Oh my fucking god!
What are you doing right now?
Stupid.
Are you up?
I have one last question.
Yes. And then
As a joke.
No.
I'm saying in the DM. I was.
Everybody give it up. I got one last question in the DM. That's hilarious. Casey, on the way out, please take care of our sponsors. Everyone give it up for Aeon. Thank you so much. That shit was cool, man.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you so much. That was dope. She got a firm handshake too.
Thank
Damn.
you.
All right, I'm gonna do these ads right here, guys. So, all right, guys, if you liked my questions, there's more. It's Hoodstocks on YouTube and www.50racks.com if you want that latest Hoodstocks merch, baby. Let's go. Okay, so Shockaware is more than streetwear. It's a culture, lifestyle of individuality and self-expression through clothes. Go to shockaware.com and hit Hoodstocks 15, all right, for 15%. Shockaware.com, Hoodstock15. Use that code. They got, dude, and they've been killing it with their photo shoots and their social media, and all their visuals has been insane. Shout out to Shockaware. Hey, you looking for some good quality cannabis? I mean, killer quality cannabis. Hit up the folks at Killakush. They got whatever you need, and they specialize from OG to exotic. Let me tell you, they got it all, baby. Okay, so hit them up at killakushcali@gmail.com, or it's killakush.official on Instagram, all right? You can also hit them up at Drip Fits Apparel in Whittier for the latest Killakush merch and Hoodstocks merch, all right? Located at 13800 Leffingwell Road, Whittier, California, all right? LA Peptides has all your weight loss needs, including Ozempic, Mounjaro, and they got their own proprietary pen that comes with a no money back guarantee. Tap in with Ozempic Vince to answer all your questions. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, man. I had some good questions, didn't I? Ding! Calling all bakers and chefs, upgrade your kitchen with Origin Bakery and Restaurant Equipment, okay? Top quality ovens, mixers, and more at unbeatable prices. Perfect for your next culinary creation, all right? So visit Origin today in the city of South El Monte, or check them out online at Origin Bakery Equipment, all right? The number to call is 626-579-3580, all right? D. Leo the Jeweler. Call him or text him right now if you need that jewelry. Gold, casting, anything custom, bro. He's got you, and he has the best prices. Let me give you his phone number. It's D.Leo the Jeweler on Instagram, but it's 323-899-001. All right, that's D. Leo the Jeweler. Shout out to the piping company, all right? Plumbing, piping, and services. If you take a shit, your shit's clogged, hit up the piping company at 714-468-2828 or on Instagram at the Piping Co. All right. Are you ready for man's best friend? Well, make sure you join Rottweiler Mafia, all right? The best Rottweiler breeder in the United States. Lucky's is growing all fucking big and shit, man. Looking so beautiful, and that dude's gonna be fucking on one. Yo, I used to have a Rottweiler growing up. His name was Dice. But call to place your order for a puppy today. That's 1-424-666-9929, all right? And don't forget about our own personal criminal defense attorney, Doug Sherrod. Doug Sherrod was on the other side of the fence, but now he's rocking with the people, all right? Help K9. I mean, hey, God forbid he helps any of us, but hit up Doug Sherrod at KingKongLawyer.com. That's KingKongLawyer.com. And I hope you enjoyed the show. That is the end. And I'm just here all lonesome by myself. All right, guys. Shout out to all you guys tapped in, but I hope you guys enjoyed the show. It was fun. Peace.